Yo, what is up, YouTube? I'm gonna do a quick trade breakdown. I did not take this trade. Wish I did because it was very clean and I was really considering taking it. I was waiting for like a deeper pullback, but yeah, let's get into it. The reason why it looked good, and I'm gonna add a link to my Discord. So if anyone wants to trade with me, I'll happily teach you everything I know. Let's just build a little community, you know. So yeah, if you like the way I trade, the link will be in the description. So let's get it. Okay, cool. So I logged on today. So this is all hindsight now, but it wasn't at the time. So I logged on. We'd just taken this low. Well, we hadn't just taken it, but on the daily, like we were still a bit more down here. So saw that. I was like, okay, cool. So where are we off to? Then I noticed we were pushing up into this gap. I think it was around on this candle maybe, or this candle. We was just printing this 2 o'clock candle. And then so I was like, okay, we swept that. Realistically, we're probably going to push up to that. So I was like, okay, cool. We're building the narrative. Makes sense on the 1 hour because there's no gaps. So building the narrative further. And I logged on at this candle. So this candle was printing as I was logging on. And it's such a shame because if I was on a little earlier, I would have caught this trade. So basically what I'd saw was that as the bias. And at the time this high hadn't been hit, so it was around here where I logged on. So I drew out that high because I was like, okay, cool, that high is possibly gonna get hit. And then the AMD that I noticed was right here, so between that low and this high, we'd accumulated, we'd slowly built up. We got old highs here, and then kind of some lows there. And like I was saying before in the video where I talk about the strategy, sometimes you don't know what the accumulation is until you see the manipulation and distribution that goes with it. For example, you could have took something like this, look, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. I guess that wasn't it because it didn't hit, and then it comes for a second bite and it does go. Something I am learning is that the more old liquidity you can take with the manipulation, the better. Having said that, there was a lot taken here, so it's actually I'm quite surprised that that one didn't go. But same way, sometimes sometimes they go, sometimes they don't. But also, just seeing that after seeing all those failed ones as well, made me realise that that one was gonna work. So I logged on, saw that. Drew this, and then I saw this candle print, so this 145 candle print, and it was a shame because I said to myself, I'll wait for a pullback if I'm gonna get into this, and I put my thing like that, put the target there, and then I put like 1-to-1 here. I remember it being 13 pips, and yeah, literally watched price come all the way back down into it. And the reason I didn't get in is because as I saw it coming down, I noticed that we just made a bunch of equal lows here within this. So I was like, okay, if we've come this far down, surely we're gonna sweep these lows and then go up. So I was waiting for essentially what would have been a tighter entry, but it never came. And unfortunately I paid the price for waiting when I didn't need to. And yeah, it went. The trade went. Yeah. And then I was waiting again, and I was watching this, and it gave me a false one look. So we had a couple lows here. We swept down, distribute back up, and it never went. and then we literally came back, swept those lows a tiny bit, and then it went. And I was considering this. I was like, do I take this? But I didn't take it because it just didn't look nice to me, and I was so glad I didn't when I seen it come back down. And I think the reason that it didn't go is purely just because the accumulation wasn't a true accumulation. I think that, like, on the 3 minute, it doesn't look like an accumulation. On the 1 minute, where was it? This one. Yeah, this is it. On the 1 minute, you could argue it is because there's a bunch of lows there, 1, 2, 3, la la la. But it's like, this is the 1 minute time frame. Like, I can't just take 1 minute accumulations, and I've learnt that. Even if you've got a bias and even if you've got the direction. So yeah, didn't take that. Didn't take that because I just thought that's too small of a sweep. I can't really be involved in that. And then it went. And then, to be honest, the only other one I would have taken was that after it took this high here, I did notice like a little pullback because I was waiting for that to get inverted, and I was thinking we could take that to the downside, maybe take these equal lows here, but it never came. And then look, it came, swept above again, distributed back down, and then it did just about tickle that low. So with the wrong trading platform, that wouldn't have triggered, but yeah. And now we're coming back up, and I would say that that's the next target. I don't know where the next protected low is. I think the only really safe protected low is still that one. Like, we could come all the way back down here before we go up there, but I don't think we would. I'd probably say that might be protected. It's not protected, but I just don't think it'll take. But yeah, today's trades. It's interesting, really, looking at some of them that actually didn't go. Like, this would have been. I don't see why that wouldn't have gone, to be honest. Yeah, everything about that trade says it should have went, to be perfectly honest. Maybe could have played it safe with these like first internal highs, but even still, I don't think it made sense, really. But yeah, that's today's trade recap.